Hi Virgo, welcome to your July 2022 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Virgo, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to pop these to the side and we will get into your reading. So for your actions and interactions with the world at large over the course of July. Can you believe we are over halfway through the year at this point already? It's insane. For July, you have the Eight of Pentacles. So you're working really hard this month. That Eight of Pentacles is very much about work, is very much about apprenticeship. For some of you, you may also be defining your skill set or your offering. So, you know, like let's say you work for yourself. Maybe this is you really digging into what services you want to offer and refining them. For some of you, this could be even going after a different target market. If you, I've got to be honest with you, although this is your actions and options, it basically just says that you're very focused on your work, your profession, your career, your vocation at this moment in time. For those of you that aren't working or retired in any, or anything like that, there's a strong sense here of you. It's like you're finding new purpose or redefining what purpose is to you specifically. So it's like no longer being led by whatever, narrative, they're trying to push in the world or whatever. So I really like this for you. For your communications and conversations, you have the Three of Pentacles. This is a lot of earth already before we've even gone anywhere. The Three of Pentacles is very much about learning, gathering, gaining knowledge and or wisdom, which is something that you guys are known for. You couple this then with the Eight of Pentacles. So for some of you, this is working, maybe for some of you, this is a time where you're teaching yourself something new or you're learning something new. This is a time where you're gathering or gaining new skills, new input, new information. That Three of Pentacles as well as a communications card. This could be a time where you really are trying to hammer out or down the details of something. So whatever conversations you're having over the course of July, you really are looking for the minutiae. Like this is you really paying attention to those small details, to how things really work, happen or show up on a sort of on the smaller kind of level of whatever you're doing so that you can get the best results. I really like this as well. That Three of Pentacles, I feel like this could be a month where you're reaching out to different people that are experts in their field. It's like you're gathering sort of intel and information from different people in different places to really get a feel for whatever it is that you're trying to build. It's really funny because in my mind, like this reminds me of, I remember reading a story about whether you like him or not. I really don't care either way, to be honest with you. But you can't deny that Elon Musk is a very enigmatic character. He's just so like weird and wonderful and off the cuff. And the reason I mention him is I remember reading an article about 3 years ago at this point about him, where he would, contact people that were subject matter experts in whatever he was trying to do and ask them if they could do whatever it is that he wanted or needed. And, they would say to him, well, actually, no, that's not possible. But, you could try approaching it from this way. And he would go to all these different experts and gather all the knowledge and information that he needed. And he would work on coming up with the solution with the information that he had gathered and gained over that time. That's very much a Virgo trait. Like, you guys are known to sort the wheat from the chaff. So you can take in all of this, like massive, vast amounts of information and find what is pertinent, really to home in the details. So I see you having a lot of talks, a lot of conversations, gathering a lot of information this month. really doing some powerful learning. And I'm going to say this as well, I do foresee a clash of opinions or understandings this month, because that Three of Pentacles, sometimes it can be a refusal to hear something. And I'm going to be honest with you, whether you do or don't like the source of the information, if it's good information, take it on board. Don't cut your nose off to spite your face this month. For your heart and hearth, or your love and relations, you've got the Four of Pentacles. So you got a lot of this earth energy this month, like it's all earth. That Four of Pentacles is literally the natural follow-on from the Three of Pentacles. So for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, this could be looking at the money, the resources. This could be interacting with financial institutions this month. You and your partner could really be looking at your savings pot, or maybe something that you're trying to do, you know, on a material level, and sort of kind of saying, yeah, you know what, this is good, this is a go, or no, it's not. The Four of Pentacles is a very, very solid, very stable, very secure energy. So there's no problems or challenges in the relationship this month. If anything, it just might be, you know, after all, yes, you're an earth sign, but you are a cardinal, a mutable earth sign. So if anything, it could be that things are just a little bit too samey this month. So don't be afraid to sort of open it up and get outside the box. But if you're doing that by gathering and gaining so much information and talking to so many different people, it doesn't sort of worry, do you know what I mean? Because you know, that in itself will bring enough variety to keep you satiated. For those of you that are single and looking, it's likely to be in a really mundane place that you meet someone. This could be anywhere from, you know, the school run to the gym to the supermarket to the bank. I really like this for those kinds of really everyday sort of, you know, on the high street, in the village, kind of down to earth, you know, really just normal sort of places. You know, it doesn't have to be that you go and you do anything special. You might even find that, you know, if you're a girl, maybe your hair's held up with a pencil and you've got paint and, you know, God knows what spattered all over your clothes. If you're a guy, maybe you know, you look like you've gone 10 rounds in a bush with Tyson. You know, you might just be in that sort of very earthy sort of state when you meet someone and you catch each other's eye. So that could be cool. And then for your money and materials, you've got the King of Swords, which does suggest that you're dealing with a professional of some kind when it comes to your money this month, especially for something to do with property, especially something to do with land. The King of Swords as an experience, this is where we... sorry, I just realised my mic's doing something weird. Sorry if you can't hear me. That King of Swords, it usually is like it's a professional in their field. And because we're talking about your money, this could be an accountant, it could be a bank, you know, I don't know what they call them, you know, a bank advisor or an accountant. It could be a financial advisor, mortgage broker, like whatever it is. Like you're obviously having some sort of communication with people that are subject matter experts. So I really like that. Another way that this could show up with that Eight of Pentacles is maybe you are I almost want to say maybe you're thinking about taking on a new skill, but it looks like you're hell-bent on finding the information that you need, whether it's like whether it exists or not. It will do once I'm finished. That King of Swords as well as a person is usually an air sign male, so this would be an Aquarius, a Gemini, or Libra. And whenever the King of Swords shows up as somebody that you're working with or alongside, they are somebody that is very well seasoned. It's usually somebody that's older than we are, somebody that's very wise in their field, or somebody that's very learned or intelligent about the things that they know. So your resources look good because it looks like you're going down all the right avenues, and yeah, it looks like you're going down all the right you're going across all the right channels and down the right avenues to get the information that you need. For your first week of the month, you've got the Devil card. Now, Virgos are known to be workaholics, and this month is no exception. With that Devil card, you could really overdo it this month, and you know what tends to happen if that happens, your mind or your body will take the brunt of it. So just be very mindful of that this month. For your second week of the month, you've got the Hermit card with the Three of Pentacles. This is learning to the highest degree. For some of you, this will be spiritual learning. For most of you, this will be on the mundane level. Like I said, I definitely see that there's going to be a clash of opinions or understandings here. And it might be that you see the way that something's being done, and it's like, I can see a better way to do this. Why wouldn't you do it another way? This could actually be very much a month where the old school and the new school clash in some way, and you'll be sucked into it. So just be mindful of that. For your fourth week of the month, you have the Wheel of Fortune. The third week of the month, you got the Wheel of Fortune. That's actually really nice, especially with the Four of Pentacles, because it's, for those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, it's a financial break that you need. It's knowledge, information, or even a windfall of some sort, maybe even a financial gift. It's like, the resources are expanding. It also bodes very well for those of you that are single, meeting somebody in your local area in a really mundane sort of place or setting. The beauty is there's no disadvantage here. It's like when you meet them, maybe this person's dressed as awfully as you are. Maybe that's the thing that you bond over, and it just ends up being really funny. For your fourth week of the month, you've got the Temperance card with the King of Swords. So I'm going to second what I said earlier. The King of Swords themselves is a subject matter expert. This is somebody who really knows their stuff. Whenever somebody shows up with the Temperance card, this is somebody who is licensed to do what they do. So they could be, not James Bond, unfortunately, but they could be. So what's an example? Like, to be a lawyer, you have to have a license to practice law. To be a doctor, you have to have a license to practice medicine. Do you see what I mean? So this is somebody who is very good at what they do. They're very qualified within that specific field. So this bodes very well for your resources. It's like the information that you're getting, you can trust 100%. Well, we'll never trust anything 100%, but you can trust it because it's a good source of information, and the information that you're getting is sound. So for your new moon, you've got a new moon in the 12th house on July 28th. This is in the sign of Leo. So for you ascendant Virgos, but to a lesser degree, but still relevant, the sun and the moon, this is a new moon that's happening in the 12th house. A new moon in the 12th can be a new sense of spirituality coming through. It can be taking your spiritual path, or your sleep pattern in a new direction. But it can also be that something is forming in the background behind us that we aren't aware of. Be mindful of this, and it sucks because obviously you can't see it, so you won't know until it comes to light. But yeah, just be mindful that is a possibility. So for your new moon message, you've got the Gate 49 and Revolution. So this card speaks to the energy of the sleeping phoenix. So the 12th house is also a place where we find guardian angel energy. So maybe you have a little bit of that going on, but there's definitely a rebooting or a restarting of self here in some way. And with that revolution energy, this might be needing to break a tradition in some way. So you remember earlier I said like the old school and the new school are going to clash somewhere. Maybe you're in the middle of that, or maybe it's you causing the clash and choosing to go in a different direction with something that causes that sort of split or break. My hay fever is driving me mad at the minute. Your full moon message on the 13th of July, you've got a full moon in your 5th house, which is all to do with relationships, partnerships. Like I said, the relationship is solid this month. There's no problems, there's no worries, there's no issues in that area. With the Gate 19 and sensitivity, it does suggest that there is a newfound respect for you and your partner. Not only that as well, because it's a butterfly, that's a transformational energy as well. And I wonder if this is, maybe plans that you had that you choose to not even shelve, but maybe you're sharing them now in order to gain the information that you need. Because obviously whenever you keep something under wraps, And I get it, don't get me wrong, like sometimes you have to in order for, you know, people not to work at cross purposes for you. But sometimes when you open things up, they say many hands make light work. Well, many minds make smart decisions. So, obviously make sure they're people that you can trust and stuff. But the fifth house is creativity, it's your ideas, it's the things that you really love into being. It can be children, partnerships, and it's also romance, baby. And I really feel for those of you that are single, this could be a great month for romance. So with that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.